And we start off with a yawn. And we start off with a toboggan. And I'm going to tell you why. I know, I know, you're all jealous. You know, I have said before, and if you knew me when I was younger, that's pretty. If you knew me when I was younger, then you know that I have got um, naturally curly hair. And if I were to let this mess go unchecked, I would have, we're talking an afro of pretty gigantic and impressive proportions. So just gonna put this back on. We're just gonna put this back on. No need to make people jealous over my hair. So, I'm home, obviously, as evidenced by the messy counter behind me. That is one of the things on my list to take care of. Huge thank you to my pal Hannah, who I didn't get to thank because she had to go on a run before I left. So Hannah, if you're watching this, thank you. My girl will be here in 2 days. She gets here Wednesday, and one of the reasons that I wanted to come home um, tonight is because I did not want to um, run all night and then get home in the morning exhausted and then have stuff to do and then be rushed and not get it all done and then be trying to do stuff on Wednesday and then still try to do my facial. And so I figured this way I can go to bed and get some rest, wake up refreshed tomorrow, get everything in the house done, and then Wednesday do my eyebrows and my facial and my manicure. I don't know though. I think she would like these nails. Yeah, she would think they were pretty. Um, yeah. So, but anywho, that's what I'm gonna do, and very happy about that. So, typically, I always used to do videos on Sunday and Wednesday. Susie pointed out to me that I used to make videos every Sunday and every Wednesday, and that I don't do that. Well, the reason I don't do that is because I don't take my laptop to work with me anymore. I find when I pack it back and forth, I ruin the cords. So I just don't take my laptop, and I always make my videos from my laptop. So I promised her today that I would from now on do videos on Saturday and Tuesday. So instead of Sunday, Wednesday, we'll have Saturday, Tuesday. So tonight is a little bonus video. You're welcome. Which, you know what, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't think that many people watch these because I've checked my numbers on the YouTube and really no one really watches these. They don't. She does. I mean, I would make them just for her because they make her happy, and that's how she got to know me was through watching these videos. So it's kind of sweet, and so I'll continue to make them even if she is the only person. And my friend Jackie Brown, downtown Jackie Brown, she watches them too. But I don't think many other people do, which is fine because I do ramble a lot, and if you're not into that, then you probably wouldn't enjoy these anyway. So to each they own. Um, so I picked up something tonight. I know that everybody has got traditions from their childhoods and um, little things that make them nostalgic. One thing that makes me nostalgic is snow globes. When I was little, we would get them from school. A lot of times we'd have like Christmas parties and such, and we would get these little plastic. They were um, they were maybe that big, and they were kind of dome shaped, and they usually had like a blue background and a white bottom, and they were plastic, and they had the snow in them, and there was just something about those things. I loved them. They were almost magical to me. I loved them so good. So I've always had this little fascination with snow globes. And I actually got this for my little lady, my little Tamale. And I figured it would be a nice tradition to give her a snow globe every year. So this is her first snow globe. I tried to find one that said tamale, but it's amazing to me that they don't really market Christmas stuff with like a Spanish flair. So maybe I should just write tamale across the front of it. Or I could do it in like Sharpie on the glass. I don't know. But anyway, so we were talking about topics on the telephone, she and I were. And we were talking about the fact that today was the 59th anniversary of Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on the bus. And we were talking about um, what an act of activism, what a display of activism, a classy display of activism that was compared to what you see in this day and age. You see people who get angry and they want to riot and they want to loot and they want to do this. And to me, that is not productive. It's very destructive. And they burn down these buildings and businesses of people who have worked very hard to have those businesses and to build a life for themselves and their families, for someone to just come along and burn it to the ground because they're pissed off about something. I just don't get it. I just don't. I can understand the need. I can understand the need to be angry. I can understand the need to want to demonstrate that anger, but being destructive and putting other people's lives in danger, to me, just isn't the solution. It's just not. Um, and I think that, and I'm just going to be honest here. I think that a lot of times there is a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to people and races, and that from my experience, which I only speak from my experience. I can't tell you what you've been through, or you or whoever. I can only speak for myself and how I view the world and how I see things. And from where I stand, I have seen misunderstanding. I've seen people that are leery of people because of a preconceived notion, or because of a stereotype, or um, because they're just really outlandish ideals. When I think, the best thing that we can do oftentimes is to fall back on the golden rule and treat people the way we would want to be treated, regardless of what color their skin is, or regardless of what nationality they are, or regardless if they're, queer, like me. It's okay. But just to be nice to people and to be kind to people. And I was at the Walmarts last weekend, and there was a group of black kids. I mean, older kids. I would say probably 18 or 19 years old, and they were kind of all congregating in at the end of the aisle, and I was, trying to go through. And I was very tired. It had been a long day, and So I kind of just stood there listening to him talk. I mean, I wasn't in a big rush or a big hurry. And when they saw me standing there, this cracker white lady, they jumped, and there was just, I don't know, there was sort of a look of, I can't really put my finger on it, but they immediately started apologizing and for saying they're talking and not paying attention. And I just looked at them and I said, honey, if I had a nickel for every time I did that, I'd do it all the time. And it's almost like when I said that to them, even their body language changed. Whereas before they kind of had this tense sort of, when I spoke to them and I spoke to them with calmness, they relaxed, they started laughing too. And it just really made me think. You see these videos and stuff online all the time about um, white people when they see a black person, they clutch their purse a little bit tighter. Or there was a video that a kid had posted not too long ago about he was in a convenience store and this broad followed him all the way around the store because she was scared that he was going to take something, and he actually caught her on camera following him, and she of course ducked her head and got embarrassed. And and to that it's a dual kind of thing, because to that child I would say to him, not all white people are going to regard you that way, and just as we should not regard all black people as going to be something bad or ominous or threatening, or I don't know. I said in a video a few weeks ago or a week ago, however, I just wish we could live in a world where people were just people, and there wasn't a preconceived notion, and there wasn't a stigma attached to this group or to that group, or people could just love people, and in any race, in any subset or any group, there's good people and there's bad people. Some of the biggest assholes I know are white people. They just are. You know, is it because they're white? No, it's just they're assholes. The fact that they're white, that's just a description. That that's just the color of their skin. It doesn't speak anything about who they are on the inside. So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. In other news, yeah. In other news, this coffee is delicious, and I'm going to relax a little. It seemed like I had another topic that I wanted to cover, and it's completely left me. I could talk about the fact that I'm very, very excited for Wednesday to get here, and I'm kind of hoping that tomorrow, with trying to get all these little last minute chores and stuff done, I'm kind of hoping that tomorrow goes by quickly. And that Wednesday, I just want Wednesday to be very peaceful and calm, or calm as it can be. Get this, she informs me today that she initially said that we were not going to tango, which is the video chat that we do, or talk on the phone until I picked her up from the airport on Wednesday. And of course, I'm giving the blank stare. And she says it would be so, we would really, really miss each other and be really, really excited to see each other. And I'm like, okay, clearly you don't get how excited I am already. I don't need a 2-day absence to really cement or solidify that for me. But she's really cute about it. So we were having a really good conversation tonight when I had to go on a run. So I kind of got her to compromise a little bit with me, and so we get the video chat tonight, which excites me. But tomorrow we're not allowed the only contact we're allowed tomorrow is texting, so that I can miss her more. And I said to her, so what are you saying? I said, so when we get married, I'm allowed to speak to you for like 2 weeks? And she says, and she tells me, now get this is crazy. She said that it's like a Spanish tradition that when two people get married, that they don't see each other for a month. a month before the wedding. And the reason that they do that is because it's like a test of loyalty or a test of devotion to make sure that that's really, really what they want. Because I guess the rationale being, if you're willing to like not see the person that you love for an entire month, in exchange for being able to spend the rest of your life with them, then you're pretty devoted. So, yeah, that's a long time. But you know what? I love her enough. I would do that. I would do it. So, customs are crazy. Customs and traditions are crazy. So, I would have a custom where when you get married, they have to supply you with coffee for like ever. That'd be I think that's a Spanish custom. I think I read that somewhere. Yeah. If you marry somebody Spanish, they have to make sure that you always have all the coffee. I think I read that like on www.juanvaldez.com. I did. It's true. It's totally true. It's on the internet. It's true. I'll see y'all later.